Hello everyone, this is an ETABS tutorial. In this tutorial we're going to discuss on the latest ETABS release 21, which is a little bit different with the previous version, and we also put an example from scratch to the end. And for this we will first let me introduce some new function which is added in the ETABS 21. The big difference with the previous version before 2016 is the detailing. So the detailing menu came again. It was before in 2015-16. Now it we added, and the CSI detailing is also removed. Okay, we create a new model, and we will also see some other features such as the some new code is added, also some bug is also fixed, and so on. As example, we want to do a two-story, two-bay reinforcement concrete structure, and we want to analyze and design, and we want to detail in one single program. So a little bit easier like 2016 version. You can use the unit display you want. So I basically use metric SI in the region or the material you want. You can see here some other new such as the Vietnamese is also added, and this will be for previous region also material. And for the code, you can see the new code here. ACI, yes, this is still some British code, and also some other country code, especially total steel is also added, and some you can see some new code is added if you compare with the previous one, and also especially for the code browsing BRB program also added here, and still design code that was still the database, and also still design code. The latest version of AISC 16 is also added. The Spain code is also added here. The current design 2019 is also added, ACI 2019, and these two other code, single parent code, and also other code is also added. And now you can select which code you want to design your project or your building. So after that you can say OK, and a new model template will appear. You can see here. I use custom grading, just 4x4 meter, and giving 2 bay for 4, and I'm gonna delete this one, and it's gonna be 4 again. And the same thing in the other side, 4, and OK. And I'm gonna just considering 2 stories, each story 3 meter, 2 story, each story 3 meter, and defining a grid only. OK. After that, we define the material. So I use United States material such as concrete 4000 psi, and also steel grade 460. So I'm gonna go to the define material, and in the material section, these two material is already here. I can modify see the properties, and you can design properties is 27.85 megapascal. It's OK. And the still using grid 60, you also can see the grid 60 has a 417 megapascal yield strength, and the ultimate strength of this 620. So keep this a default OK. And next I'm going to define some section. The section is for the column. Add a new section here, select column, giving a column name. The size of the column is 250 as a square. And we also can modify the reinforcement. I'm going to just give 2 using longitudinal rebar, and considering the design type, and the clear cover should be 4 centimeters is enough, and we're gonna put 2 in each side, 2 to rebar, and the rebar side be 20. And the confinement bar can be rebar 10 or also you can be using 6. So I'm okay. Now you can see the concrete column is defined. Okay, and I can take a copy of this one and write it beam, and the same material, but the depth should be 400, and the reinforcement should be column a beam, which is considering the major design. Now the confinement should be 40 millimeter, and the same material for the longitudinal confinement required as well. Okay, and we define 2 sections, and we wanna create one more section for the slab, in case if you want to design a slab section. You come to slab. We want a slab with section 120 millimeter, and the same materials, concrete. Okay. Now we consider the 5 kilonewton dead load and 6 kilonewton live load to the slab or floors. Now we're going to firstly let's draw this, but before that I want to bring this drawing commands to my right side, so just drag them to there. So I moved from left side to right side because I'm right side. I will right side sometime, and also my computer has some problem here. Now I can draw the column, and the ETABS actually has something that is quite good using this command. It's called all story, and because the column is single section for the entire column, you can come to here and select the column that you already defined, concrete column, and select all the column, and you can see the entire column is added. The second same thing for the beam, and this is beam, and I come to frame and using beam and adding the same things for the beam. You also can actually check 3D, and you can see the 3D of the model and some more shading, and you can see here. Now we're gonna draw the using this one, quick draw floor, and using slab 1 and selecting this one. The slab is added, and one thing I should remove, first come to the 1 story and come to the first or base. This is extra, and delete this and select all this node and assign a joint called string fixed, and modeling is completed. So we also can add meshes, but the program automatically giving a proper mesh for us. Next we're gonna assign the load. For this we can come to the select here, select object. You can select floors, which is the slab. So the slab is selected. You can see here 32 edges, and then we go to the assign shell loads uniform, and with you're adding an extra dead load of 4 kilonewton as a gravity load, and the second we select previous, this one previous selection, and this time we're gonna go to live load 4 kilonewton, 6 kilonewton. Apply and close it. Now you can see, if you go to the 1 story app, and you can see here the load is added 4, 6. Now I want to define actually but before that, before I define the combination, I want to say that I'm not going to design this as an earthquake structure, earthquake loading, so just a gravity load. So therefore I'm going to the load combination. I'm going to create one combination. So 1 live load, 1 dead load. Combination 2 is going to be 1.2 and 1.6. So this is 2 combination, very simple and okay. And then going to run the model. So it's called two-story design replace, and we want to see the result for this loading. So the program is running here. The analysis completed, and you can see the deformation in 3D. And I'm going to delete that window. Just come to the one of the elevation. Come to elevation, and then we're going to display. You can see display the deformation, such as using combo 2 is the largest one, and you can see some control around the object here, and its maximum displacement in this point is -1, and to push it to -5. So maybe this point is not deformed too much. Maybe this area is the largest, maybe here, and you can see 1.3. And now we can see some other things. Come to the combo, and in combo 2 you can see moment 3, which is mostly in the beam, measure moments. We also can see the axial force as well. You can see here the axial force in a column, and the shear force 2 you can see here. And this is the analysis part. So now we go to the automatically to the design, come to here, or you can to here. So both are okay. We can using command, and you can choose which code you want to design. Mexican code, Korean code, Italian code, Indian code, Hong Kong, any code you want. So I'm using let's say ACI code, and you can change some parameter that you know. And so I keep this as default for it looks like a moment frame. And next I'm going to select the design object is also one thing that I can do, and select combination is important. You have to add this one to our manually created combination, and I can check it called design. So the design is began and the design is completed. You can see the rebar in beam columns, everything is completed. So you can see here is larger, it is larger, it is smaller, because the load is same. When here is same load, so the displacement will be because of height of this one effect, so there will be some difference and some more deformation, so need to have higher reinforcement. And it's okay, and it's passed, and we can see in a 3D model. In a 3D model, all the element is passed. So I didn't design the slab. If I want to design the slab, I come back to here, and I must go to the one of the elevation, one of the plan into story 2, and come to the define. Come to the edit. Either we call add this one design step. So we're gonna use it right present. Now I must using fixed or auto and generate in the middle steps again. Then we select this 4 and apply it, and the strap is added. You can see the color, and also in the Y as well. Yes, in the Y is also. If I wanna do the same things in the first floor, then I must go to the I can apply like this. No need to select and X. So we have defined the design, the steps, and I wanna design the slab. Here is called concrete slab design. You can revise the slab design code and also properties, and I keep it as a default, and revise the flash roll design. After the here select the combination, the same thing, and now you have to select the story design, which story you want. So I'm gonna using this 2 story, and okay, and now it's called come to the reset all fractal design, and you have two options. One is called finite element based and also steps. So step I'm gonna using OK, and then I have to first run the analysis. After the analysis finished, then we will design the entire beam elements, beam columns and slabs. Now you can see the analysis completed, and you can see some deformation of the slab, and we automatically everything is already fixed, and we run this one for the beam columns and this one for the slabs. So the slab is also designed, so we can go to the 3D and you can see the slab step is the rebar in both two directions. Now you can actually see the H steps, the rebar, and this is the span, and this is the moment diagram, and this is the longitudinal reinforcement. You can see the amount of the rebar and the shear diagram, everything. Now we go to the detailing, which is important part of this tutorial. So we go to detailing and come to the bar selection and quartile element row, and you can select which sort of or which size of the rebar should be considered in the design. So the development length from one span to other span, these things. So I keep it as default, and also selection row here you can see here, and I keep it default, and just OK, just for the simplicity of the tutorial. And then the same things you can go to here, some other stuff is here. You can see for the shear wall, for the slab, for the everything I keep them default, and just concrete detailing and run beams, slabs, columns. So you must check every of these steps once, and OK. And they will ask you to which floor you want. So for the beams, please be the first one, and program automatically will create another window and you show you the rebar detailing of the beams. So now you can see the rebars and the location. There is some more things called zone, like generated zones. So zone 1, zone 2, 3. So each zone has different, and you also see the section what the other side, and also you can see a 3D model of that beam, of the first floor beam, and it's very nice and a very high resolution that you can create some actually 3D visualization or something, animation like this. So you can actually this one is say yes, and go to back to the detailing and create slab. The slab is which story is story 1, and story 1 is generated, and you can see the section created as well. And the slab view, just go to 3D, and you can see the slab reboring detailing. So quite this used ACI 19, which is the latest standard for the you can see here. It's very nice. And you also can see the section view in section A. You can see the section B, all these things. It's quite nice, and some other things, plan bars, these things you can see. So we also can say yes and go to the last one, concrete detailing, and run the column. And this is the column, this is the section, and a full view of the columns, and you can see the single column. And you also come to this 3D, and you can see the entire columns. we will discuss in the next tutorial further, and we will export this data to the CAD software, or we manipulate this, and you will see some more stuff. So this is the end of the tutorial. We finished model the 2D story concrete structure, and we analyze, we design, we define combination, everything, and finally we create the detailing. And this is the end of the tutorial. If you have any question, please put in the comment, and I will find time to answer you. See you next time.